Well, the game just told me right before I started this that our livestock has reached maturity, so maybe we can actually get that beef turned in after all, instead of wasting about 20 minutes trying to find it through a monster drop. Hello everybody, my name is David, you can call me Zed, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of Arise. In the previous episode, we reached the town of Vincent. I think that's how you say it. And we were basically helping around the townsfolk here while kind of learning a little bit more about the place itself. This time we're going to be finishing up one of our side quests, and then from here on it's going to be all story from here. I know I have some other side quests to do, but they can wait until a little bit after, so we go on ahead and get started. So our first place that I want to go for our plan of action is actually the farm. I did look at some point while I was cutting away in the previous episode about that to see if that if it was the right spot to, like, I don't know when to harvest per se.
Finally made it.
So, oh, we get the pork like that, but wait, come on now. Wait, I want beef. Why can't I? Well, I got pork. You know what, whatever. We'll continue the story, and at some point, if the side quest finishes itself and I have a good opportunity to turn it in, we can do that. I swear. Can't have nice things in this household, like, at all. But if I recall correctly, we are supposed to be doing at least our initial wave of investigations here in Vincent. So there's going to be a good number of citizens that we are going to be talking about in regards to the city, to my understanding. So you think that my throat wouldn't be dry right now?
Always good to be
considering
back
that I had like a crouch in the water, but I'm just living my worst life. But we have civilians that we need to talk to and kind of figure out how the Renans and Danas are living together in coexistence. Hey guardsmen, shouldn't you be working? I don't know what it's like in the realm you come from, but here in Menancia, everything's peaceful. There's zero chance of anything bad happening. Well, yeah, thanks to the Lord, life is nice for all of us. Yeah, see? And it's more than just us anyway, there's also the guardsmen. Nothing's at a break if I slack off. Nonetheless, the reason the city's so peaceful is because you Renan soldiers are around. All the younger kids idolize you, so don't shatter their illusions, please. You've got a silver tongue, mister. Fine, I'll make this drink my last. That's interesting. Okay, let's head over to the one by the entrance. Let's see what's going on here with the guards over here. Oh, and this is actually a perfect tie-in one. Your armor rocks, big guy. Let me wear it. Our armor is certainly something. Oh, I swear I'm not sick or anything. I don't know. Haha, our armor is certainly something even a Dana like you could wear. You'll just need to grow into it first. I'll work hard to grow great, big and strong then. Promise. All right, I'll meet you guys over at the other two guys. Curious about what I'm wearing? I bought this myself, if you'll believe it. Nowadays, we Dans get paid a fair wage for the work we do. It's all thanks to Lord Dahalim. Did all these people move here? Dad says that people used to have to carry in lots of heavy and dangerous stuff. I don't know if I can believe that. I can't imagine that kind of stuff ever happening here. So, like, the entire past history of how this place operated is, like, different.
You never know. It could all be an act on orders from the Renans.
To what end?
Yeah, you know,
it would be an incredible amount of effort just to fool us.
I want to know what's going on.
Let's check out
here.
more of the city.
Where am I going actually? Oh, the training grounds are up here. Okay.
Probably places we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. We're kind of up in the, not cathedral, but in one of the royal areas. Though I think what they mean more accurately is that I need to go over here. Oh, please don't have my beefs ready. I literally am just like, I'm trying to proceed the story here. Oh, so let's head to the training grounds and see if there's anybody worth talking to here. Can I get a... Okay,
So
I got a
these are
fast
the
travel
training
point, so I can
grounds.
come back here whenever.
The atmosphere here feels different compared.
All right. So I think the next area that I'll head to is probably this... probably the southbound area right here.
It's just a nicer name for a place where people go to
Actually,
fight.
no.
So, it's still a good way for us to test our strength.
Can we go
Stop
into the
sweating
cathedral
small
looking
stuff.
area? Not cathedral, but like the castle. Okay, no. We're probably gonna end up storing this castle maybe sometime in this session if I can find out like where I need to go fast enough. But I mean, there is a lot of places to explore. I thought I was gonna cut away, but I was like, I don't need to.
My dad's working in the quarry today. So is
But
mine.
with that said, this is actually a very, very
Looks like
large
Danans are
city
working.
and the Earth Lord skit. It's a very
So
large
do
city
any
with an
of
Earth
you
Lord
know
skit.
anything about Lord Dohalim?
Dohalim.
I think I remember hearing something back in Sislodan about how he fights using a rod.
A rod?
I don't know the details, but from what I gather, he swings a long rod around and uses it to stab and
Wait,
smack people from
is
afar.
that the
I
fair-skinned
think there's
man
also something
in
he does
the
with like
anime
trees or
thing?
grass or something. I forget.
Grass?
Bear in mind that Elde Menancia harvests Earth astral energy. It would be no surprise for him to have some sort of control over plants.
Are we fighting him?
So basically the point is
Normally
we know
they
nothing
don't
about
say
the
stuff
guy.
like this unless we're fighting
Wish we
them.
weren't going in completely blind.
But we have fire control. So I don't really see that being an issue actually. Because I mean, if she shoots plants at us, we just burn it away. And I wonder if we're actually going to also use the Master Core of Light in any regard as well. That's something else that I wanted to think
We're going
about.
in.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today. Could I please take the day off?
Oh, that's terrible. Rest up and try not to strain yourself.
Wait,
I'll
that's
let
so...
the others know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Everybody seems so happy working here.
And it seems
That's
like
so
the soldiers
weird.
are there to actually protect them rather than keep an eye on them.
I wonder
I
if
don't
they
get
get
it.
more energy
How can you hang
by
like this?
like keeping the Danans like well rested. That's something that I kind of like have been thinking about a little bit, because they might be able to get more energy for them long term
Halt.
for the short term gain. Oh, it's you from the
I
trailer.
presume you're Alphen of Orbis Calaglia? I'm Captain Kisara of the Elde Menancia
Oh,
Guard.
Kisara. Okay, that's your name.
Just Kisara? No last name would make you a Danan.
So it does. Is that a problem?
The guard. Wait, so you're saying the Lord of Elde Menancia has Danans protecting him?
In this country, Danan guardsmen aren't unusual. Everyone who enlists does so of their own free will.
I love that
She
for
sounds
her.
like she's serious, Alphen.
That makes no sense. Don't your people remember 7 years ago?
Wouldn't you be grateful if you were finally allowed to live as a free person? And for my part, there is
people
no
are
greater
still
honor
fighting
than
and
being chosen
rebelling
to
in
serve
other
His
regions.
Excellency, Lord Dohalim. I feel no shame. But all of that aside, I came seeking you, Alphen, at Lord Dohalim's behest. He
How
wishes
did
an
you know I was
audience with
here?
you.
With us?
Indeed, he awaits you at Autolina Palace. That is, if you choose to accept. I am here only as a messenger, not a kidnapper. Your reply?
Okay.
All right. We'll meet your lord.
Very well. I shall return and deliver your acceptance. Please don't keep him waiting too long.
Before
Oh.
you go, what lies beyond this point?
A quarry manned by Danan laborers.
Her back though.
Nothing else?
There's a Danan medical facility for the severely ill at the back. However, for sanitation reasons, it's kept off limits, even to guardsmen.
That was odd.
I think
Why do you think this Dohalim would want to see us?
It's probably a trap.
I don't believe that. Not
Still,
fully.
they already know
Sisla
we're
didn't
here.
give me trust
Not like we can
issues.
start being stealthy now.
I'll
might
be
as well
100.
listen to what he
I'll
has
keep it
to
real.
say.
Sisla didn't give me trust issues.
Hey, are you sure about going? What if it's a trap?
That's no reason to back out now.
Law's
I
right.
agree with
I get your
Law.
concern, but we should buckle down.
Okay, let's look at the skits.
That Kisara woman. She sounded pretty smug about serving Dohalim, didn't she?
She still has a Renin for a boss. How is that any different from being a slave?
Because she
Renin
chose
society is a
to
meritocracy.
join.
To us, it's seen as natural that those who sit at the top rule over the rest.
It's the same old wall as the rest of Dana at the end of the day, just with a different coat of paint.
I guess it can change people's attitudes if they can at least serve someone they respect.
But they're still being deceived. It's obvious that's what's happening.
I don't know,
On the
Rinwell.
one hand, her loyalty really did seem to be genuine. But on the other hand, Calaglia had its fair share of Danans who just accepted Renin rule because it was all they'd ever known. With that in mind, it can be hard to tell if her loyalty truly came about on its own, or if it's just the result of
I think
years
Alphen
of
actually brings a very good
subjugation.
point here.
Who knows? It might clear some things up if we hear what Dohalim has to say.
And also, we still have
Yeah,
our weapons
you're
and
right.
everything. It isn't like
Let's
they're
make our
asking
way
us
to
to
the
not,
palace.
like, have our weapons. So, I definitely think that it is a location that is worth kind of visiting and going to. So, I'll meet you guys over by the castle as soon as I go on ahead and check the ranch. So, give me one quick second. All right, the chicken and cow are done, which means chicken and beef, which means I can finish that side quest. Also, I still need to probably raise these.
It's dangerous to go inside.
Okay, so before
It's
we
not a
turn it
question
in the
of
side quests, I
danger.
actually do have
We're
enough
going
beef. There
inside
was a
regardless.
skit that came up, Unfathomable.
I just don't get it. The Danans have endured years of suffering. How could they just turn around and trust the Renins all of a sudden?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. But I guess they must have a pretty good reason, right?
Like what? What could erase 300 years of pain and suffering?
Maybe
I don't
it's
know.
precisely because they suffered for so long that they see Dohalim as something of a savior.
Actually,
Hey,
Alphen
whose
might
side
be
are
right.
you on here, Alphen?
He's just trying to get an
Rinwell.
understanding.
All I'm saying is that we shouldn't jump to assumptions about these people until we know more about the situation.
Thank you.
I just don't get it.
Her prejudice is like showing really big, and it's like, I get it. But I also am like, I understand where she's coming from, but I'm also a little annoyed by it, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Well, it's about time. I know, right? I'm sorry, King. I have the food for you. In that case, I need you to follow this recipe here and cook me up a beef stew right away. Why are you making me cook again? Can't wait to see how this turns out, Alphen. So I wonder if he's gonna be in like every town, and I just have to be ready. Come on, is the stew ready yet? Sorry, Law. It says you have to let it simmer for 5 hours.
way.
5 hours? That beef would have tasted perfectly fine if we just grilled it up real
I
quick.
don't believe this.
If that's how you're gonna act, boy, then you can forget about having any. Yikes. I had some beef stew the other day. It's pretty good. All right, looks like it's done now.
Very nice.
Oh, look at that beautiful dish. It smells just as divine too. Now, let me see how it tastes.
What?
Whoa, this is absolutely exquisite. I'm in heaven. This is truly a golden age of cooking we live in.
Yes.
That doesn't really tell us anything about how it actually tastes. I'll say I feel like his reaction is even more dramatic than last time. Oh well, why don't you try some next, Law?
Yeah!
Sure, I'll have some. Oh, holy crap! This meat is so tender. I feel like it's gonna melt right in my mouth. And the sauce is so rich and packed with the taste of meat and veggies. It gives a whole unbelievably deep flavor. I feel like I'm reading a script from Food Wars. This is a script from Food Wars.
Is that?
These veggies too, they're so meaty and tasty just the way they are. They make for a really nice complimentary side
Oh,
dish.
this is bad.
Whoever came
Real
up with this
bad.
meal really thought every dish through. I can see why the palace would serve it. You know, Gordo, no. You can take a page out of Law's book when it comes to actually explaining how something tastes. God, you people don't understand anything. All that boy does is flap his jaws. Listen, you uncultured oaf. Flavor is something you express with your whole body. No, your very soul. Were you watching that? Did you see how I moved with every fiber of my being? Open your eyes wide and burn the sight into your brain. Ready? Absolutely. I get it. I get it. I was wrong. I need to get so worked up about it.
Yes!
Putting that aside, my palate and stomach are completely and utterly satisfied. I can now leave this realm with no regrets. It's time I leave in search of even greater cuisines. Farewell, my culinary comrades. We got beef stew out of it, so I can't complain. Yet.
Man, that was amazing! No wonder the old man was so gung-ho about it.
See? What did I tell you?
Shion?
Yep.
You've got sauce on your face.
Oh. That's great. I love that Shion tries to be like a jerk, and then Alphen just vibe checks her every single time. All right, let's head into the castle and let's go on ahead and meet with Dohalim?
Hey,
You again. After we parted ways, an urgent petition from the citizenry came in. Lord Dohalim is currently busy responding to it. As such, I must ask for you to wait until he finishes his business. Once preparations are complete, I'll lead the way. Cutscene time? Skit time?
Pretty fancy place they got here.
That's
There's
stressful.
no way this isn't a trap.
I feel... Yeah, it is him. Okay. So we are going to get another Renin party member
your
then,
guest,
right?
my lord.
Thank you, Kisara.
Look at him. He's
You're
so
the
pretty.
wielder of the blazing sword, the liberator of Calaglia. You do dress humbly for someone of such grandeur.
I forgot to change Shion's colors back.
Where are my manners?
Oops.
I am the ruler of Elde Menancia. I'm Lord Dohalim Ilkaris.
If you
Dohalim.
know who we are, then you know how strange it is to invite us into your palace.
I thought I'd clear up your misconceptions before things could escalate. What do you say? You did come here to defeat me, did you not?
Perhaps.
Right.
What if we did? Are you planning to fight us here?
I don't think that will be necessary. After all, I imagine you've taken in a fair amount of his scent by this point. Have you come across even one slave being abused? Soldiers killing for sport? Suffering of any form?
This is not how I was expecting to meet him.
That you have not. For I have liberated Menancia from its suffering and brought joy to its people. But if these results are not enough to stay your sword,
Shion?
I commend you for your boldness, but it won't work on me. Still, your would-be assassination cannot go unpunished.
Alphen!
Oh, not just for...
Allow me to host you for dinner.
I...
We shall continue our talk.
What's
then.
happening?
Kelzelik,
Yes, my lord.
please escort our guests if you would be so kind.
As you wish, sire.
That's what you get for being so careless.
What I get? What were you thinking attacking him on your own?
What are you upset about? Our whole goal is supposed to be overthrowing the lords. Remember?
He could have been hurt.
And it wouldn't have been the first time either. What's gotten into you?
Hey, you do know that Alphen is really just worried about you, right?
He's worried?
Yes.
I mean,
He's been
that's
a
what it
nice
looked
guy
like
this
to me.
entire game.
But maybe not.
Not the loose cat. All right. Well, I mean, I gotta get healing circle. I need more healing moves. All right. Before we continue on with the dinner, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of spend our skill points and we'll kind of go from there. All right, how's this dinner going to go?
It pains me to see that Renan cuisine isn't to your liking. I asked my chefs to prepare only the finest delicacies available. 2 wasted opportunities.
Not the cheers to wasted opportunities.
Why did you set the Danans here free when you took over?
But you are mistaken. You see, I may rule single-handedly, but on my own, even I cannot change the order of things. But what is within my power
that
is the
assistant
welfare
lady,
of the people.
wasn't she with
the fostering of a mutual
that assistant lady?
respect
She's
among
with
the classes. This
she's
I
with the
can
angry
change.
guy, the Calaglia
Sounds a
ruler.
lot like the Danans are still oppressed, if you ask me.
Only in the sense they continue to serve as laborers, yes. However, I assure you they are fairly compensated for their efforts. This harmony we strive for is the current pinnacle of Renan-Danan coexistence.
Harmony and coexistence between the Renans and the Danans.
What about the crown contest? This doesn't exactly make you a shoo-in.
And yet, the Danans here are even more productive than when they used to face daily lashings.
That's the point.
In
Treat
any
your
case,
workers right,
the
and
crown
they'll do you
contest is
right.
of little importance to me, and even less to Elde Menancia. You see, I have no interest in becoming sovereign.
Wait. Oh. The music is sweet. I'm also happy to help go back to having thumbnail material to use. I was scavenging by for a little bit for the past couple of episodes because they've been more filler than story. Oh!
Stop this! Please! It's over! Stop!
Wait, did he kill him?
How could you? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this!
Why are you blaming him? He swung it! What? Sorry for the little camera.
It is
What?
not by choice that one assumes the throne of a realm. But sovereign is a different matter entirely. I have no interest in playing their game.
Are you saying you'll withdraw from the contest?
I guess if you don't plan to ascend the throne, there's not much reason to harvest energy from Danans, is there?
Yeah. So why
Let
not
the
just live together?
ambitious fight it out amongst themselves. All I care for is maintaining peace throughout my realm.
So what? Your personal desires are all that matter to you?
Take a look in the mirror. I may not play their games, but you have outright betrayed your own. You've torn down 2 of my fellow lords. What precisely is your aim?
Ooh, he has a point.
Spare me your answer. I care not for your reasons.
I care.
Suffice it to say, I will not impede you. That said, should you threaten the peace of my realm, I will respond. I suggest you conclude your business and leave Menancia at your earliest convenience. Kelzelik. Our guests
This is
depart.
interesting.
Please see to their lodgings for the night.
So we're gonna get both of them as party members, I wonder.
I shall arrange for rooms for you all at a local inn. It is a short ways down the road. You may stay there for the night, after which I suggest you promptly make your departure.
I wonder if we're gonna loop back around.
Damn, look at how ritzy this place is.
So this is definitely set up to be kind of like
How many rooms do you think it's got?
a dungeon
Don't you
later.
think you're being
This
a
is
little
definitely
too
set up to be a
relaxed?
dungeon later.
They could strike at any moment.
If they were going
Okay,
to attack us,
let's
they
watch
would have done it
some-
already.
I think Shion's also right. Let's go ahead and watch the skit.
So you're the blazing sword of Calaglia now, huh? Come to think of it, I remember Ganabelt calling you that too.
Yeah, you're getting to be pretty famous among the lords.
Now you've taken down two of them already.
And that's not a good thing either.
So
What do you mean?
they'll see him
That's
coming is
something
probably
you should
the
be
problem.
proud of, if anything, Alphen. They're scared of you, man. You're a real badass.
It's not as simple as that, Law. The more well-known he is, the more people might come after him.
Yeah,
No,
there's...
that's not what I'm worried about.
Wait, what do you mean?
It isn't?
When people call me that, it feels like there's something hanging over me that shouldn't be there. It's hard
What do
to
you
put into
mean?
words, but it's something that doesn't feel like a part of me. Something I can't let be a part of me. Or else.
Is it because it just makes you come across like a killer, maybe?
Well, I still think it's pretty amazing, but that's just me.
I think that's the big thing, is that he kind of almost comes across like a killer almost. So, I wonder if they'll let us actually explore the castle, like, briefly. Because like I said, it is set up like a dungeon. And that was the room that we just came from. Can't go that way. I don't know. Okay, so we are supposed to just go on ahead and take the main way out. That's fine. I know how to do like a little bit of editing, so this episode's gonna run a wee bit longer. But this kind of interesting and almost like fascinating to some degree.
Do you really think we should trust accommodations from a Renan lord? How do we know it's safe?
If you wanted to
Like
kill
we
us,
have
he
any
would have
other
done
choice.
so.
We can't go and set up camp outside of town at this hour.
Honestly, I'd still take that over staying here. What if they try to kill us in our sleep?
They would have killed
I
us
doubt
already, or
that's the
tried
case.
to.
His best chance to kill us would have been back at the palace. His true intentions aside, for now, at least we're in his good books.
And we probably shouldn't test his patience. Let's find that inn and check in.
Like, I understand Rinwell's paranoia, but I think that it's best to kind of just go with the flow for right now.
Interesting. All we ever got was a tattered blanket, a rock-hard bed, and well past its prime food.
Not
What are
well.
you talking about?
What we got for our slave labor back in Calaglia. As you can tell, it wasn't much at all. Here, the Danans get the same basic amenities, but the quality is way better than anything we were given. Hell, apparently they even get time off to do what they want. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure how to take all this in.
Could it be that things were simply harsher in Calaglia compared to everywhere else?
It was the same in Cislodia, too. Our buildings and clothing were equipped to handle the cold, but that was the only difference. Working the floodlights was a form of punishment, so we didn't really get rewarded for anything that we did.
So yeah, this region just
you
takes
could be
care of
assigned
everything
to fix
completely
food
different.
Or make daily necessities too, but when all was said and done, most of that stuff went to the Renans. There wasn't much in the way of compensation for any of that, so I'd say that Cislodia and Calaglia were both pretty awful.
Then Elde Menancia really is unusual.
To say the least.
I want to see what these
Hell,
other two
I might
regions
even go
will
so
have
far as to
like
call it
for
crazy.
our party.
But the fact remains, Danans aren't free here.
Yeah, no matter how happy they look, they're still slaves.
I don't even know what to think right now. This is all way too much to deal with. It's giving me a headache.
Okay, another skit. Let's watch it, talking about the Lord a little
So
bit.
that was Lord Dohalim, huh? He sure is something. Definitely
he's not like
the
comically
other lords we
evil.
met up until now.
Because the other two
At
lords were
first, he
definitely
sounded
more
like
comically
just some
evil.
snobby royal, but he immediately shut down Shion's surprise attack. He's tougher than he looks.
Definitely. After all, he's a lord for a reason.
The food was pretty damn good too.
Why are you two complimenting him? You just said it yourself, Alphen. He's a Renin Lord.
Yeah.
Gotta give credit where credit's due.
Hostile towards us.
You're reading him wrong. He's acting indifferent. He's attempting to keep some distance between himself and everyone else. It's obvious.
Shion's
What are
probably
we
right.
going to do then? Vicent seems to be legit peaceful.
Oh, he
Are we
talks
just
he
gonna
talks
do
like
as he
he
says
seems
and
so
leave things be?
it's legit peaceful.
I'm not entirely sure. For now, I think it would be best for us to rest at the inn and think about our options.
Okay. So while we're going ahead and head to the inn, it looks like my livestock's gonna be ready, so I'll probably just nab that in between episodes. But I think once we rest at the inn and watch the following cutscenes there, I think that might be a good place to end things off, maybe. Hopefully it's not a long cutscene. But we're here at the inn. Let's go ahead and take our rest.
Welcome, fair travelers. Lord Dohalim's retainer told us to expect you. It is an honor for you to stay with us.
Oh, look at the
Please,
kitty.
make yourselves comfortable.
This is better than I expected. The room. It's nice.
So do we only have one room?
Oh, yeah. It is pretty nice.
Law, you good?
You okay, La? You're a million miles away.
Nah, it's...
Oh, wait, did he drug
weird.
us?
I felt strange ever since we arrived here. Can't seem to shake it. Maybe it's something about this place.
You're just tired. I'm feeling pretty sluggish myself.
You too?
Seriously, you two? A word to the wise, our work here is far from over. Get yourselves together.
Sorry, but I need to call it a day. Let's meet back here tomorrow morning and see where things go from there. Sound good?
Sure, but keep an eye out for anything strange, okay?
I feel like we got
We
drugged.
still don't know how safe this place really is.
Because I was like, why was only Law and Alphen affected?
Are you two feeling any better?
Yeah, a good night's sleep seems to have done the trick.
I wonder why we felt so out of it. You think it might have been because of all the food we ate?
You don't think they slipped something into our food, do you?
Okay.
That must be it.
If they were making an attempt on our lives, we'd know it by now. Though, on the other hand, they could be warning us off.
Come to think of it, you didn't eat anything at the meal, Rinwell. Aren't you starving?
Oh, I made myself something later.
You missed out. That was some mighty fancy grub they served yesterday.
But you might have been
What?
drugged.
And give the enemy a chance to poison me too? Are you crazy?
What's the big deal? Shion ate it too, remember? And we both tried the same stuff.
Well, maybe they laced it with poison that's only harmful to Danins,
That's enough, Rinwell.
I can't, like, her paranoia is valid. I'm just,
A cat? Where'd it come
I
from?
don't know.
There's something on its collar. Hold on a sec.
I think it's trying to lead us somewhere.
Are we
gonna
following a
follow
cat
it.
next?
Hey, where do you think you're going?
We're following a cat. But I think it'll be probably best for us to follow the black cat in the next episode. Oh, look at, oh, this is our new artwork for the next little bit. That's cute. Anyway, thank you guys all so very much for watching today's episode of Tales of Arise. If you would like, please leave a comment, like, or dislike. That's what they call them. It lets me know how we're doing with the videos and everything, so I can take the feedback and adjust. Anywho, I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you guys all in the next one, all right? See you guys then.